What are your strengths? This question is also very typical in a business interview. The reason why the interviewer asks you is, they want to know and guess how your ability can help to complete the job in his or her company. If you don't prepare for this question, you will face a little bit of difficulty, and your expression of answering the question is not fluent, then it can make the interviewer feel unsatisfied. As you know, if the interviewer is unhappy, your interview section won't be successful. When being asked this question, how can you answer? Don't worry. We will find out now. Are you ready? Okay. Your goal of answering the question, what are your strengths, is trying to emphasize strengths that you think they are important for the job you're applying for. I repeat it, to emphasize strengths that you think they are important for the job you're applying for. I mean, you should show her or him the good things that you have. These good things are matching the needs of his or her company. Again, his good things are matching the needs of his or her company. How do you know the needs for the position? It's not difficult at all. Believe me. It's so easy. What you can do is to study their job description carefully, and then you can think of your strengths that are important to the position. What kinds of strengths are they? As usual, there are three main kinds of strengths that you can talk about in this answer. The first one is what we can call knowledge-based skills, or specific skills that you've learned either in school, in university, or being trained, or by working or through on-the-job experience. They are usually hard skills. The skills you have of specific subjects, procedures, and information necessary to perform particular tasks. This could include things such as your computer skills like using Microsoft Office, Corel Draw, Photoshop, your ability to speak different languages in French, Spanish, you're having some technical ability of fixing broken photocopiers in a day, and so on. This is all knowledge that you got from somewhere, and that may be useful for this job in his or her company. Again, useful for this job in his or her company. By the way, I list here more knowledge-based skills that you can use for the answer, such as fluency in a language, the ability to use specific computer programs, physical or technical skills like the ability to make things, communication skills, managerial ability, personnel administration, contract management, accounting, the ability to use a technical equipment, educational attainment, and additional training and practices that you have experienced within other organizations to enhance your expertise. The second kind of skills is more general, is what we can call transferable skills. Transferable comes from the word transfer. It means to move or to change from one situation to another. Transferable skills are skills that you can take with you to different jobs. For instance, things such as being able to manage people well, being a good leader, being a teamwork player, being a problem-solving person, being a data analysis specialist, being able to solve difficult problems, perhaps being good at planning projects, or being a good manager, or being a good communicator. That's not something you study, but that is a skill that you can use in many different kinds of jobs, different kinds of situations. All of these are what we can call transferable skills. For your information, I will list here examples of transferable skills that you can answer to the question, like analytical reasoning, critical thinking, leadership, adaptability, teamwork, communication, writing, listening, creativity, attention to detail, project management, relationship building, computer skills, and management. The third kind of strength you can show to the interviewer are personal strengths or personal traits. A trait is a characteristic or a quality of someone. Personal traits are qualities about you, showing which you're a person. These can be determined by your actions, attitudes, and behaviors. For example, you tell the interviewer you are dependable and reliable. That means when you say you're going to do something, you always do it. You keep promise. That's your personal trait. It isn't a skill, like learning how to program a computer, or how to use a new software, or managing people in your job. It's something about you. But it is important to be a good employee, and it's an important skill that a good employee usually has. For instance, another personal trait might be being flexible or being outgoing. It means someone who's an extrovert, who likes to talk to other people. We can call all of these personal qualities. Here are some examples of positive personal traits that you can use for the answer, such as being honest and taking responsibility for your actions are admirable qualities. Adaptability and compatibility are great traits that can help you get along with others. Drive and determination will help you keep going no matter what. Compassion and understanding mean you relate well to others. Patience is a virtue and also a good personality trait. Courage will help you do what's right in tough situations. Loyalty is a good quality to possess, making others trust you. In short, you have to think about all three of these areas, your knowledge-based skills, transferable skills and personal traits carefully. They are so useful in your thinking about how to answer this question. By the way, here are some examples of other strengths that you can use for answering the question. You have a positive attitude. You are dependable and punctual. You're able to prioritize. You believe in yourself and have self-confidence. You're able to handle failures and learn from my mistakes. You are a team player. You have good interpersonal skills, and so on. In order to well prepare for the answer of the question, there are some things that you should do for the answer. One is to review, or go over again, some of your strengths that may be already in your resume and in your cover letter. A cover letter, what is it? It is a letter that you write to a company to say that you want to apply for a job, and your resume is a list of your experiences, your education and so forth. Although you've mentioned many things in your resume or in your cover letter, this is a good time to remind the interviewer or tell the interviewer about those strengths again. Another important point is that you have to give specific evidence or examples of how these strengths that you are talking about have helped you in your job in the past. You have to tell specific evidence, otherwise you can't convince the interviewer. So, don't just say I'm dependable, I'm reliable, then stop, but it's better, you should say, I'm reliable, for example, and then give an example of how that has helped you in your jobs in the past. To summarize, you should show how your strengths match the needs of the job. And have to know your strengths in three main categories. 1. Knowledge-based skills. These are skills developed through education and experience, such as computer skills, university degrees, languages you speak, and technical ability. 2. Transferable skills. These are skills that you can take from one job to another, such as being able to manage people well, being good at solving complex problems, being good at planning, and being a good communicator. 3. Personal traits. These are qualities about you are a person, such as being dependable, being hardworking, being flexible, and being outgoing. 4. Review with the interviewer your strengths, which are already noted in your resume and cover letter. 5. Give specific evidence or examples of how your strengths have helped you in the past. Here's an examples of answering to the question, what are your strengths? As you can see from my resume, I've taken advantage of opportunity to complete training to develop management knowledge. Now I'm considered an expert in the field that my current company is working on. Last year, when the company decided to expand in this area, the management selected me to lead a new project with 10 members. To lead this team effectively, I used my planning skills to make sure that the team was on track at all times. My management skills came in handy to gather conflict people into one team to complete a task. For instance, 2 of the team members came from competing departments. I worked with both of them closely and entrusted them with the most important part of the project. This way, I was able to develop trust between these 2 team members.